dispute between the two plans that I agree we should fund. Charlie, will the Senate and House be able to defund Obamacare? We started talking about that. Charlene, you want to elaborate? Yeah. Well, I'm fighting for it. Be assured of that. I think the bottom line lesson is that elections have consequences. And we all better make darn sure that next election has consequences too, in the right direction. Nelson, there's conflicting information on funding Obamacare and funding may be independent of a continuing resolution. And what's your understanding? Where's Melvin? Yes, sir.
Using a continuing resolution, I appreciate your insights on it.
Yeah, this is start getting in the weeds, but I think the simple answer is you can defund it, but you can't defund it simply by taking certain lines out of the continuing resolution. You need affirmative language to stop some automatic or mandatory revenue sources from funding large parts of it. That sounds like a lot of gobbledygook, but it basically means you can defund it, but it takes specific language to do that, not just taking certain line items out of the budget. Now that can be done, but you need that affirmative legislation. Sir?
I wanted to bring up a point that I haven't heard brought up on the national scene. I hear the Democrats talk about the war on women. I never hear anybody talk about the war on the elderly. There's been a concerted effort to hurt the elderly in this country by the Democrat Party for a long time. The Federal Reserve, the dollar was worth $1.21 in 2001. 2013, today, it's at 82 cents. That's a one-third cut in the purchasing power of the cash the elderly have in CDs. So that's just like taking a third of their money. Second thing is they raise the minimum wage 40%. The elderly depend on minimum wage people more than any other segment of society for cooking, housekeeping, cleaning, chauffeurs, sitters, etc. So they increase the elderly's expenses 40%. Now they turn around and they force the interest rate down falsely, so on their CDs they only get about a fifth of what they ought to be getting. And then they pass Obamacare and they've got these death panels, so now they're going to kill them when they don't want to give them what they need in their life. Somebody ought to say something about there's not a war on women, there's a war on the elderly. The Democrats are trying to kill you, you better not vote for them.
Bill Oliver, when are you going to charge the emperor with breaking the law? Yes, sir. Where's Bill? Yes, sir.
His attitude, and to show you, I go back, got a bunch of friends in the FBI, NSA. I was one of those kids that helped clean up North Korea after the war was signed over. What I had been told by some of my constituents, number one, I have a friend whose son is very close to the friend of one of the major generals that we had. The general has received enough paperwork, he was not aware of what it was, but it crossed his desk. And it was many times being asked, what does it cost for you to take this many people and go rescue this many people in this country? And scenarios of war or rescue efforts. Finally, the general passing that said, that's what they were testing in Bosnia. He has told his son, and they've told all their sons, to tell your children, do not volunteer for military service. Because if you get pinned down someplace, they're gonna pass the dollar bill rather than go get you. Now, this is scary, right? This is a five-star general that told me this. Now, the second thing is, why do we have to reconcile everything that happens in Congress to affect us? Why don't we have some better leverage to affect Congress? The vote has gotten useless. Look at the people that say one thing, get elected, and do something else. Not by their choice at first, but after a while they become a member of the ruling class. And you're a lesser person because you voted for them.
Time for an Article 5 Constitution.
Right. Well, the rest of you guys that carried guns to make all this possible, we need to get together and go to Washington in million masses to straighten them out.